So now that I've gone through the 4 project plan phases, I'm going to go ahead and discuss the columns that reside right up here at the top to give you a little bit more insight as to how everything in the project plan ties together. So the first column that we have right here is our percentage complete column. And this column, you're just going to find the denotions of the percentage complete that a task item is. So as we can see right here, the project kickoff is 100% completed, but here on the subtask of activity 1, it's only 20% completed, and for subtask number 2, it's only 10% completed. So you're just going to find those denotions living here in this percentage completed column. The next column that we have is our task name column. This is where all of your identified project tasks are going to live. The next column that we have right here is the ancestor type, and this references all parent cells to a child cell. The next column that we have right here is the parent type. This references all of the direct parent cells of a child cell. And these are both task-dependent, auto-populating columns to tell you how many levels deep in the project plan you are. And this is based off the indented and outdented line items right here. So as you can see, we have project name and planning. They were both outdented, and the project name would be your grandparent. That's going to be your overall project, but we want to pull planning out to make it this light blue color. So we're going to go ahead and come in and indent it. And as you can see now, it's light blue and it's holding all of these subtasks underneath it. And so if you wanted to make execution another grandparent, you could go ahead and outdent it and outdent it again, and it's going to make it that dark blue color. So I went ahead and changed it back to the way that it should be. So this is a quick description of the ancestor type, the parent type, and how to indent and outdent line task items. The next column that we have right here is our start date. And our start date, of course, is the date that we want the task to begin on. So there's 2 ways to input the dates. You can click on the little calendar button as I just did and go ahead and manually select, or you can double click and physically type that. The next column that we have right here is the end date. Once again, you can go ahead and go over to the little calendar and select, or manually input. The next column we have is our duration column, and the duration is going to be the length of time each task will take to complete. And you want to be realistic about the time that each task will take to complete, not the time that you wish that it would take to speed up your project or what have you. And just a little side note that the duration will auto-populate if you put in a start and end date, but it will also calculate an end date if you only have a start date. So let's say it's 5, and then you can see it auto-populates the end dates right into there for you. So that is a great tool to use. The next column that we have is our predecessors. So our predecessors are what tasks must happen first in your project. And these can automatically help you calculate your start and end dates also. So we are going to go ahead and delete all of this information right here to give you a clear example. So we know that task activity 1 is going to proceed line 3, and we know task 2 is going to proceed 4, 5, and 6. And as you can see, it manually inputted all of the dates in there for you. But one key takeaway from this is if you use this methodology of using the predecessors to help you fill in your start and end dates, that the duration will automatically calculate to just 1 day. So you're going to need to go in and manually change those depending on what tasks you have and how long they're actually going to take. And if you want to learn more about predecessors and dependencies, please feel free to visit our resource center. There's a lot of great information to be found there. The next column that we have right here is the status, and this is a calculated column, and it's calculated based on your percentage complete. As you can see, we have 3 different statuses. We have not started, in progress, as well as complete. The next column we have right here is the assign to column, and this is a section where you will assign tasks to the personnel who will be responsible for completing them. And just as a side note, that you're only ever going to input one assigned to personnel. As you can see, each one of these only has one name inputted into the assigned to column. That's because SmartSheet cannot calculate multiple people on the assigned to line. So if you do have multiple activities that need to be completed by the same personnel or same personnel group, go ahead and make an individual line for each personnel that's going to be assigned to the same task item. And I also want to show you that you can assign personnel. I'll put myself in there, for example, into this one, but if one of your team members is not on here, you can go ahead and add new, type in their name, their email address, click OK, and then it will automatically include them in this drop-down list for future assigned to tasks. The next column that we have right here is our planned schedule progress. And this is a calculated column that looks at the identified start and end dates, and then it calculates how far your progress should be. And just for reference, you can always go ahead and compare your planned schedule progress to your actual percentage completed. And in this case, you would technically be ahead of schedule since your percentage completed is higher than your planned schedule progress. So the next column we have right here is the schedule health. And the scheduled health compares your planned schedule progress against the percentage completed, and it identifies if your schedule is in the green, yellow, or red. And the last but not least column that we have over here is the comment section. This is where you can go ahead and input any comments that you have for specific task line items and things of that nature. And now since I have gone through the columns, I'm going to go ahead and go through the row items with you that are right over here, because these are all super helpful tools in SmartSheet as well. So the first one that we have right here is attaching a file to the row. You can come in here and attach and upload files. The second one we have right here is comment. So you can add comments on any task line item. The third one we have right here is adding approve. So this is where you're going to upload any work that needs to be reviewed by management. And the last but not least, the row item that we have right here is lock the row. So you can lock as many rows as you want so they don't move around. During your project, you can also unlock them so they're able to move around again. So this was a quick overview of all of the different components of the project plan and how they tie together and how they can help you gauge where you're at in your project and helping with manage it. So I'm going to have another video for you guys to check out, and I'm going to go over the conditional formatting there. So please go ahead and look out for that video. If you need any other help, go ahead and reach out or look at the resource center, and we can always help you there.